Hey guys, so over the past couple weeks I've gotten quite a few calls of people trying to do little intricate things with their saws, engraving or pocket milling. So this video is on pocket milling. I just kind of wanted to go over the process and I hope it helps, I hope it helps someone. So here's what we kind of have here. We've got some text, we got a square. Cool. So right now, first thing we need to do is come over to change. We need to change our text. So we're going to go to text and we're going to change it to geometry. There's that. Let's go there. Right click. Okay, it's geometry now. Let's go back to Sasso tools. So I want to show you something real quick. So if I click on the ghost tools, you'll see my arrow is on the center of that line. So that's actually the tool. So, or like where the tool is going to cut. So the tool is going to cut on the center of that line if I left it as is, or maybe pocket milling won't even allow you to do that. But I want to mill out the inside of these letters. So I need to set that arrow, which is the tool direction, I need to set that to the inside. So come over here to tool directions, go to close geometries, and we're going to click on the inside. So I can click on that. Boom, there's my arrow. It's on the inside here. I can do that for all of those. Okay, so now I don't really want to mill the inside of the A or the inside of the O. So let's go to outside for those. Let's click on that one. And let's click on that one. Boom, there we go. Okay, so now we can close our ghost tools. So we've done our tool directions. Now, the next step is to use pocketing. So for this, if you look at pocketing under Save and Special Tools, or just do a command search for pocketing, you'll see it's grayed out. You can't actually use it right now. I could click on this and it's not going to work. So the first thing we need to do is actually select the tool. So if we come here to select tool, go to fingerbit or microbit or whatever you're trying to use, click on that. You'll see I actually have the tool there. So I can left click, that kind of selects that tool. Now I can go back to pocketing, and this is active. We're going to click confirm. Okay, so we're going to stick with vertical because we don't want it at a slope. You could do that sort of thing. I don't have a ton of experience with it, but I'm sure I could figure it out. So this is just going to be basic pocket milling. Like if you were going to fill these, with like epoxy or something, or I don't know, just a basic sign. So here, I want to go over these real quick. So safe rapid level. So first off, these are kind of the parameters that I'm going to run for this job. So the safe rapid level, that's the rapid level that the tool is above the stone when it's going to do a rapid movement. So when you're traversing over the stone, it's going to be 2 inches above when it does those rapid movements. So that's good. We always kind of set it at 2. Rapid down 2, that's when the mill bit or your tool is going to come over and it's going to go fast, and it's going to hover about 1/2 inch above the stone, and then it's going to go down slow into the material. So 1/2 inch is good. That'll work. That's kind of a default setting that we like it at. And then your final depth. So you could set that to whatever you want. For this, I'm just going to do an 1/8 of an inch. So you will need to calculate the number of cuts. Because default is going to be 1, and all of these are going to be 0, by the way. So you're going to need to calculate the number of cuts. So come over to your calculator and go. So 0.125 divided by 0.05 or 0.04, depends on what you like to run. This is your depth per pass. Okay, so 2.5, I just rounded up to 3. So the rest of this, so stock to be left, just set that to 0. The rest of this stuff, you don't really need to mess around with. This is pretty much as far as we're going to go with this pocketing tutorial. So we're just going to click OK. Select geometry. So we're going to go ahead and select all our letters here. Left click and then right click. You'll see there it is. So let's go in here. Boom. Oh, I need to import my table. So hold on. Let me go back. Insert table. Let's just say this is a 3cm thing. Okay, solid sim. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Okay. And that is pretty much it for pocketing. This is a side note, because if you ever get stuck in the simulation, there's multiple ways to get out of it. You can click there, but if you really can't figure it out, you can go to close simulation. Boom, that's another way to do it. I get that question quite a bit too. But okay, so there's our lettering. Let's say we wanted to cut this square out as well. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go to change. We're going to go to geometry, to construction, or you can use old layer and go to construction. We want to change our lettering because we're done applying tools to it. Now we just need to apply tools to our square. So okay, there's that. Let's go ahead and hit cut parts. Okay, select your blade, hit cut parts. Boom, there you go. Now it will cut the outside as well. So one thing you need to remember, or be cautioned with, is when you start doing like pocketing or machining styles and stuff like that, it's important that you check your operations and you watch the simulation. I know with machining styles, it depends on the order that you've done things. Same with pocketing, I'm sure. So like right now, my pocketing program is going to go first. That's great. We want it to be first. But you need to be on the lookout, because if you did it later, it'll probably end up at the bottom. And we don't want to use the finger bit after, something's already been cut out, because then it's loose. We don't want problems. Make sure that your finger bit's going first. Look at the operations, verify that they're going first, then send it out to the saw and, cut away. So at any rate, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I know it was quick. If you have more specific questions on pocketing or machining styles, I'm going to try to do a machining styles video here in the very near future to show you how to do like cooktops and stuff like that. At any rate, thanks for watching. Feel free to contact me with questions at 480-363-4744. All right, thanks.